video is going to be a tutorial, and it is going to be on my highly requested eyebrow update. I've changed my routine as far as my eyebrows go, and it's crazy how much you guys actually notice, but they do appear a lot more lighter and just more natural looking. So you guys did notice that I even like changed the shade of my brows, and it's crazy because whenever I make changes to myself, I don't really think that people are gonna notice because it's so minimal, but obviously it made a big difference, and you guys really liked how my brows have been looking these past couple of weeks. So I wanted to give you guys an updated tutorial. But yeah, enough rambling, I'll go ahead and get started with the tutorial. For my brows, I usually start with some Cetaphil all over my skin. A friend of mine who does facials, and she just basically said if you want something like a cheaper alternative that's really going to hydrate your skin, I would use Cetaphil. I also use Cetaphil at night before I go to bed, and when I wake up in the morning, my skin feels so hydrated. I'm gonna go more into detail in my skincare routine video, that way you guys can know, but this one is for face only, and it's for all skin types. I usually am a combination skin, but lately my skin has been so dry, like ridiculously dry, that I've been having to use this daily, and it keeps my skin so clear, so moisturized, just so refreshed, and I use this under all of my makeup. So I already applied this all over my skin. I have been using the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil, and this is in the color Brunette, and this is what it looks like. The label's already coming off because I've had it for a while, and then it does have a spoolie at the end, which I love. All I've been using is the brow pencil. I was using this with my brow palette, but I happen to like how this one looks by itself and how the brow palette looks by itself. If you guys want me to do a brow tutorial on how I do them with the palette, I will be more than happy to do that. But lately, for the past couple of days, when people have been noticing that something's been different about my brows, it's because I've been using the brow pencil. So it makes my brows look just so much more natural, and that's what I love about this pencil. It is in the color Brunette, so it's a little bit lighter than my natural eyebrows. So before I, start doing anything with my face in general, once I get my brows threaded, I will bleach my brows. So my brows are a little lighter than they originally would. And the reason is because I want them to just appear a lot more, not sheer, because you can't do that, but just lighter, I don't want them to look like brows. Like, you look at my face and it's just like, whoa, brows, and I feel like that's what it used to be before. And now with a new trend, it's more about the natural brow and being natural. Isn't that weird? Like, we're all learning how to be natural now. I just got them threaded about 2 days ago, and I do have a few hairs coming in, but not too many. My brow shape is already the brow shape that I would want. All I'm gonna do is just make it appear a little darker and fill in any type of little holes that I might have in between my brows. The way that I started growing out my brows is I started going to a new eyebrow girl. Let me start with my brow and then I will finish the story. But basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a line starting from about halfway from my brow and just bring it all the way towards the end. So I started going to a new eyebrow girl, and she basically, shaped my brows to how I wanted them to be. I told her I wanted them to be a lot thicker and just with a little bit more of an arch. And usually people, they want to grow out their brows like all at once. And realistically, I know me, because I do makeup, it's impossible for me to be able to just grow out my eyebrows and still expect my makeup to look nice. So I would occasionally go get my eyebrows done, but she would just basically work around them. So say like I was missing a spot here, she would go around that spot and say, let that grow out for 2 weeks, come back in another 2 weeks, and that should be filled in already. So we were like working. It took me about a year to fully get my brows to the shape that they are right now. So then once we create that line on the bottom of our brow, we're going to just kind of wisp up our pencil and just create, like if you're creating hair motion. You're going to want to create the hair by doing streaks instead of trying to color that in. Then with the back of the spoolie brush, we're going to go in there and basically blend it all together so you can't tell the difference between the pencil and your natural hair. And I'm not going to go in all the way towards my brow just because I don't want them to come out looking boxy. I want them to look as natural as possible. Then for the top, I'm going to do the same thing about halfway. I'm going to create a line and just bring that to an arch and bring it down. And as you guys can see, there's like a hole right there and a hole right here. If I had my brow palette from Morphe, if I knew where the heck I put it, I would just go in there and fill it in. It would be so much easier than having to do it with my pencil, but I've had to improvise, so I just slightly, like very, very lightly. You want to be as light as possible with your brow. You're going to create those hair streaks on your brow. And then once you do that, you see how it kind of fills it in? I'm just going to go in there with the back of the spoolie and just kind of lightly blend everything out. You can go back, fill in any little holes that you might think you have there. And honestly, that is pretty much it. It's so simple. It's so easy to do. My brows used to take me 100 million years to achieve. Now they take me about like 10 minutes to fully get my brow, you know, nice, sharp, and done. And that's what I love about the fact that I have full brows now. And you can do it, because I will post a picture of what my brows used to look like, and they were so thin that I don't even know how I got my brows this full, but you can. I also started putting Vaseline on my brows. I know a lot of people are like, that clogs your pores, but I don't put it all over my face. I would just put some Vaseline over my brows, and it really helped. My eyebrows started growing a lot thicker and a lot quicker from what I started to notice. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other brow, and it's gonna be the same thing as the first brow. I didn't realize how important brows were until I started seeing my before and after pictures, because, you know, your eyebrows are the first thing that everyone notices on your face, believe it or not. If your eyebrows are, you know, taking over your face, it can be a little bit distracting. So now we do see that the thick and full eyebrow is definitely in. I know now you can do like the micro, I think it's called micro blending. I think that's what it's called. And it looks pretty legit. It looks really real. It doesn't look fake at all. I personally have not tried it, but knowing my crazy ass, I'll probably have like someone in my family, like my sister-in-law or someone who has a little bit of a thinner brow than I do, and see if I can have them try it out, and I can probably do a review on it for you guys, because I personally wouldn't want to do it just because I feel like my brows are already okay and I don't want to start messing with them. There you go. So as you guys can see, my eyebrows are filled and they look pretty good. Don't worry also if you go too low on a brow or one looks, you know, more arched than the other, because when we apply concealer to clean it up, that's where you're going to be able to create your magic. So first for concealer, I'm going to be using the Maybelline, I believe this is the Fit Me Concealer. Yeah, this is the Fit Me Concealer by Maybelline, and it is in the shade Sand. This is what it looks like. That's all disgusting. And then I'm using a Coastal Scents brush. This is from the knockoff version of Bobbi Brown. I always say the knockoff version because this is what they remind me of. But it's just a flat brush, and it's so easy to get just all up in my brow. So I'm gonna grab my concealer from the little applicator, and I do this weird thing where if I feel like I put too much, I'll like dab it on my forehead. I don't know why I do that, but it's just a habit. And then I'll grab like product from my forehead instead of me using like, I don't know, I'm just fucking weird. Okay, so I'm gonna start from one end to the other end, and I'm just gonna clean it up and just drag my brush. I'm like trying not to breathe. I seriously, like, one of these days I'm gonna end up passing out while I'm doing my makeup. Like, girl passes out while applying makeup. Because I always hold my breath when I'm like doing my eyeliner or my eyebrows. Like that. And then we're going to just bring whatever leftover concealer is left. For my concealer, I do like to use a concealer that is about 2 shades lighter than my skin, just because whenever I apply my eyeshadow, it works as a highlight. So that's just my preference on why I rather do a lighter concealer. And then now we're gonna do our other brow. So this is usually the brow that gives me a little bit of a challenge, and it's because I'm still growing out some hair here towards the end, so I have to be really careful with that one, and just making sure that I don't bring it up too high. Let me clean up my face. Okay, so hopefully my brows look even. From what I can see in my mirror, they look pretty even. So I've already done the bottom to clean that area up. Now for the top area, I'm going to use whatever foundation I'm using that day. So today for my makeup, I'm going to use the True Match foundation by Loreal. And this is in the color Warm Beige W6. So I'm gonna apply some of that foundation on my brush. And the reason that I use the foundation is because whenever I do my whole face, it's just gonna blend by itself. I'm not gonna have to worry about getting rid of any concealer on top of my brow, especially because I always use the lighter shade of concealer. If I was to apply concealer on top of my brow, it's just gonna look like a highlighted brow, and that's what we want to avoid. Like I said, we want to make the brow look as natural as possible. Oh, that's a lot of foundation. Good thing I didn't bring that down. Just like that. Do you guys see how pretty and clean that eyebrow looks? It's not even trying to be conceited or whatever, but if there's anything that I'm very happy about, it's my brows. They have come such a long way and they make me so proud, especially when they come out good. I'm like, thank you. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for amazing brows. And then for my left brow, we're gonna do the same thing. Just like that. Okay, and that is my brows. And then now, to make sure that all of the hairs stay in their place, I'm gonna grab my GreatLash mascara in clear. That is really freaking disgusting right now. I'm sorry, but it's disgusting. I'm going to apply this on my brows. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I did finish off my face. I did my everyday look for you guys, just so you guys can see what my brows look once I've, you know, done all of my face. But yeah, this is the whole video. This is what my eyebrows look like. And just a little update for you guys, I did start a separate vlog channel. I know a lot of you guys love to see the vlogs, so I didn't want to, you know, just fill up my beauty channel with a whole bunch of random vlogs. So I will put that link in the description box below. I have one vlog that I just uploaded up for you guys, so if you guys want to go ahead and follow me on that channel, feel free to do that. If you're not following me on this channel and you are new to my channel, definitely hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Love you guys.